My partner likes to say I'm that one lady in the Progressive commercials where you don't want to become like your parents, who puts too many pillows on her couches. And this video only helps further prove his point, so... Hi everyone, so in this video I will be upcycling some old crochet projects. I've already done this in the past. If you saw in me rearranging my living room video to be more craft space, there was a table runner that was crocodile flowers. That was originally intended to be a blanket for my mom that I think I started that, I want to say 4 years ago, that I never got around to finishing because crocodile flowers are hard. Upcycling it into a table runner with just some old yarn I had lying around. That was the second upcycling crochet project I did. The first one I did, which was turned out very successful, was also in that same video, was making this pillow. So this pillow is, never say this type of crochet right, Tunisian, this crochet that I made. This pillow was originally intended to be a purse, and I don't know if I have a picture of that. I have to dig deep on my Instagram for that. The crochet purse strap didn't work out that well and ended up not using it. In the process of reorganizing my living room, I was also just going through everything I owned and stumbled across this, and this was so hard to make that I didn't want to just throw it out. I decided to just simply make it into a pillow because it already had liner in it. I just seam ripped that liner out, put some polyfill in it, sewed this top, and then crocheted the top of this pillow to make this lovely crochet Star Wars Empire pillow. Rebel through and through. Back when this was intended to be a purse, I made another one that ended up never being turned into a purse because this didn't work out as a purse. But when I was cleaning out my old closet at my dad's house, I ran across it. So here is the other one. It is the Droids. This was going to be my rebel purse because, like I said, I am a rebel through and through. In it was actually the liner I was going to, oh, did I already make the liner? Okay, cool. That's one less step. Apparently I already made the liner, so I don't even have to make that now. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm going to obviously iron it and then stick polyfill in it and then sew the top and then stick this in and just single crochet on top. When I did it with this took me all of 30 minutes to do. So this shouldn't take that much longer. However, I am also going to be making another more slightly harder pillow that is upcycling from an old crochet project that I did. And it's actually where I got this polyfill from. It's why this polyfill is in a Ziploc bag, not the bag it came in. And that is because I pulled it out of an old cosplay I made. When I kind of got more serious about cosplaying, I was trying to make cosplays out of crochet. Sometimes it did work out, sometimes it didn't work out. So I found this old toothless cosplay once again in my closet at my dad's house. I'm never gonna wear this again, so I took off the most important part, which was the wings I made for it. So this is a bat wing I made. You really can't tell because the shape doesn't work out that well. So what I'm going to do is rip out this seam I have sewing it together, and I'm going to cut out liner, which there was extra fabric in there. See if this might be enough fabric. We'll have to see about this. I'm not sure if this is enough fabric. I'm going to make liner, cut it out to the shape of the bat wing. Going to, of course, single crochet it around, but I think I'm going to use a red yarn. And I don't know, as a spooky queen, I just love being able to see stitches. It helps add to the spooky vibe I try to set up in my life. I just realized I don't think I have this color anymore, and I don't want to go out and buy anything new for this project. Okay, turns out I have a similar color to it. I don't think that's the exact color. It kind of looks like it is on camera, but in person, that was my phone. But in person, it's a slightly darker purple, but I think it will still work. And then the red yarn for the bat wing. So first I pressed that liner because boy was she wrinkly from being folded for almost, I want to say 4 years. Stuffed it with polyfill like it was a Thanksgiving turkey. Made sure it fit in the bag so I wouldn't have to pull out any seams when I sewed closed the open edge. Then I sewed together the two edges, which was kind of hard because this fabric was very thick. As you can see, there is another seam here. That is because I messed up and had to pull it apart. I know I could have just sewed it all the way around, turned it out, and then stuffed through a small hole and then slip stitched that hole closed. Because this was just going to be on the inside of the crochet pillow, you're not going to see this pillow, so I didn't necessarily care what it looked like. And then I fluffed the pillow to make sure all the polyfill inside was as even as it could possibly be. Slipped the pillow into the crocheted case. And then crocheted the top close. Super simple, not hard. All the hard work was done all the way back when I did this droid design. So time to move on to the slightly harder pillow to make. First I had to rip apart that seam, which apparently I stitched very tightly together 4 years ago. It was also hard to see because this is black yarn and any crocheter knows that you need to be in direct light to see. And then my cat decided he wanted in on the process because he loves my ring light and he hates it when I'm doing something else with my hands aside from petting him. Sadly, for this next step I had to move the cat. With the extra fabric that was with the liner in the crochet pillow case from the previous pillow, I just laid a bat wing flat on the fabric and traced it out with some tailor chalk. And then cut the shape of the bat wing out. Then I found this purple broadcloth in my fabric collection, and even though it's not the same color, once again, this pillow is just going to be crocheted closed inside the bat wing and no one's going to see what it looks like, so I really didn't care that they were two different shades of purple. I don't remember what my logic was with waiting to pin it after it was cut out. And then I just sewed it together. This one I decided I was going to do a turnout and stuff through a small hole just because I was already at the machine and that way I could only have a little opening that I just had to slip stitch together. And then I turned it out using a pencil to help me press out those little tips of the wings that were kind of hard to turn out because they kept folding in. And then of course I pressed it because you always got to make sure you press whatever you're making after you turn it out. And then I stuffed it, making sure to get polyfill in every single one of those little spikes so that it would not look off or wonky. And then finally I crocheted it together with red yarn to, I don't know, just give it that cool Dracula vampire look. So I stopped when I got to the top of the wing because that way I could place in the pillow that had the polyfill in it, and after it was stuffed in, I then crocheted the final section of the bat wing. Can I have this? Is it okay? I need that. It's not a toy. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, you can stay there, but don't bite the yarn. And it's time to see what these crochet pillows look like. There's no room to sit on the couch. I don't have a problem. It's funny because last night when my partner came home and I was laying on the couch, a pillow fell on the floor and he picked it up and put it on the couch and said, "You have too many pillows." Not even knowing that I had just finished making another one. So anyways, here is how the Star Wars pillow turned out. Here's BB, and then here's R2, and then, you know, and here is the Batwing pillow. Kind of looks like more like a fallen angel pillow than a batwing pillow, but that's because I think this pattern was intended to be a scarf that I turned into a cosplay, then I then turned into a pillow. So that's why this kind of looks more like a fallen angel wing than a batwing, but I'm still gonna keep calling it a batwing or maybe even a dragon wing. I love dragons. Dragons are cool. I definitely recommend upcycling your unfinished projects, you know, because sometimes you lose the instruction or what your intention with that project was. Sometimes it's best just to change that unfinished crochet project or just crafting project in general. Upcycle your unfinished project or old project with just material you have laying around the house. I didn't have to buy anything new for these two pillows. The main pieces of the projects were already done. This pillow only took 45 minutes to make, and this pillow probably would have only taken an hour to make if it wasn't for my camera constantly dying. But the projects are done now and I'm happy with the results. And to further answer your question, no, I'm not fully going to be like that girl in the Progressive commercial. Not all of these pillows are going to be on my couch. When I game at my computer desk, I tend to game with a pillow on my lap like this. This pillow will be designated to my gaming chair. These two pillows I tend to keep on my ottoman that has my fabric in it, and this one will probably also go on the ottoman. So thank you for watching my video and seeing how bad my pillow addiction is. This is Thancred, who wants to be in the outro for once, and I will catch you next time. Oh, you're such a good boy. You love mommy? Mommy loves you. Yeah, mommy loves you.